This is the Riot Squadcast, a supporter-driven show dedicated to LA Galaxy news, information, and opinions. Here's your hosts, Ed Rodriguez and Chris Zero Cool Tucker.
Welcome to the Riot Squadcast. My name is Ed Rodriguez. It's good to be back, baby. It is good to be back. I was off last week on a nice family getaway. Went to beautiful Indio, California. It was a nice drive. Had to drive through a couple of fires, but it's fine. California's just burning in general, so that's fine. Speaking of burning, I'm joined by the best man in the world, my best man, my main man, my man, Chris Zero Cool Tucker. How's it going, buddy?
I'm good, man. I'm sure that introduction is very rude, but I'm doing okay.
It's all right.
I got okay.
Yeah.
I got okay. It was a little frantic for a while, but now I'm settled.
You're in.
Yeah.
You're in.
I'm here for this.
Well, I'm really glad to be back, man. It's always kind of weird to miss a session.
Yeah. I haven't missed a session. I'm doing all caught up on my sessions at the moment.
Yeah. But no, it was nice to get away for a little bit. Get away from responsibilities, really. Just be in a pool for like 12 hours a day.
Like soup. Sitting, basking, enjoying.
In my own juices. Just let me marinate in my own juices. Man. No, it was fun. I had a good time. But also joining us here on our brand new night here, by the way, we are going to try to do Wednesday nights now. So if you are joining us, and if you're listening to this on the podcast version, I have school Tuesday nights, so we're going to be moving over.
You sound tired.
No, I'm good.
You're all right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're just not coming across as your normal.
No energy. No energy. What? Well, it's hump day, man. I got to get used to it. Hump day. But yes, we are moving.
Oh, we get to do that every Wednesday now.
Yeah, exactly. So get used to that, people. But yeah, if you are listening to on the podcast version, we are moving to Wednesday nights. So get used to it. We'll be live, baby, live, and in prime time.
Person? I don't know.
Something, whatever. Anyways, we are also joined by producer Ben, of course. Producer Ben, how's it going, man?
Good, man. Technically, we are still in prime time, so we're okay.
Okay, we're good.
You can say
when is prime time?
8 to 10?
8 to 10?
Yeah. 8 to 11, actually.
Is it 11?
Yeah.
Who's up that late?
Just the
full 8 hours of sleep, ladies and gentlemen.
The 40 to 100 assholes who come in and watch us live. Beautiful assholes, though. Impeccable.
You're the best assholes.
Yeah.
Newly bleached.
There's the title of the episode, Beautiful Assholes. Welcome back, Ed. It's good to have you back, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That intro...
That's why we
man.
need you.
That is why we need you.
It's why I get paid the big bucks.
Yes.
We tried last week, and it was not happening.
No. It started strong with the Welcome to the Riot Squadcast, and that was it. It was
downhill from there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's usually the case with us, too, but, we just, it goes downhill, and then it just curves eventually, and just flat lines. That's how it usually works.
It's usually around midnight, yeah.
When, the 2-hour mark hits, and I'm like, I'm done.
Yes, when there's, 7 people left in the chat.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's funny. We sometimes we hit, midnight, 12:30, and there's still, 40 people left in the chat. And it's like, why?
Dude, I think they just left their computers on.
Fell asleep.
Yeah, they just fell asleep.
They just fell asleep. Yeah. Okay. I feel that. That's cool. But yes, I was in Indio. It was really nice. I got to spend time with my nephews that I scarcely get to see because of the whole pandemic. So that was pretty nice to spend 4 days with them. My littlest one, he's 1, just started walking, so he's just a terror. He's just everywhere.
That's nice. Sorry, I'm looking into a new operating system I'm going to install.
Your computer's going to die before it even installs.
Yeah, but I got distracted. That is what it is.
See, Ben, we told him not to open up his computer.
I told him to let me close it, and he's like, "No, you should open it. It looks better." I'm like, "What?" But I forgot my what is it called? My charging cord, my power cord. So my laptop's going to die. I feel like I should just close it. Ben tells me not to close it.
For aesthetic's sake.
For the people who've fallen asleep on YouTube.
Yeah, man. But how was it when your son was or when your kids started walking, like it just seems like a terror. Just you have to constantly be watching them now. Like before, they couldn't move around. Like you could just kind of put them somewhere and they would be in that general area.
Damien has been actively trying to harm himself since well before he could crawl.
Okay.
Like we would sit him in one place, and his kid's got a head. He's got a real block. I love you, son. If you're listening to this in the future, he's got a real like blockish dome, and so we could sit him on the couch and sit with him, and he would just fall forward and go like, hit the couch and then roll to the side. You got to catch him last second. Once he started walking, it's about the same. You got to understand, he's been destructive for such a long time. Walking just improved his range, but it wasn't any more or less dangerous. He's
right.
just, because he's so big, it's the exact same level, just more intensely.
You just have to watch out for the other kids. Make sure they're okay.
Yeah, well, you got to keep an eye on everyone. It's head on a swivel. It's where I'm at. It's why I'm tired.
It was like a level of anxiety that I was like, he's moving everywhere and he's grabbing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's eventually gonna pull something and just like hit himself in the head with like something from the table, like a vase or something from the table.
And they're definitely going to.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of whether someone's watching him to stop him from doing it. But if left to their own devices, all kids are trying to do is harm themselves.
They're trying to eat shit and like just mess up, like run into doors and corners of tables.
Damien backs into doorknobs every morning. And every morning I look at him like, what's wrong with you?
Dude, that's Tucker's way of saying he ain't listening.
He backed into a doorway.
That's just what he tells people. Oh yeah, no, he backed into the doorway.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, he backed into the
door.
Crazy. Everything I hurt my son. I will go on record and say again, I will kill every living person on the planet if I thought it would make my son happy. I would never harm my boy. Everybody else can back into a doorway. Ed might back into a doorway by the end of the show, but not my precious Dave.
Of course, yeah. I mean, that's definitely like the origin story of like a supervillain, right?
Backed into a doorway.
No, it's like you're like, I'm just gonna murder everybody.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, am I a supervillain in this scenario?
Pretty sure.
What? I'm like Batman. I like to believe I'm always like Batman. This isn't something the Dark Knight would do?
In like some alternate universe where
it's like Kevin Smith wrote this comic book, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah.
But it counts enough.
Yeah. No, I get you. But I did notice, anyways, moving on from Chris's supervillain origin story. This week was
just a committed father.
Yeah. This week was our 4-year podcasting anniversary.
Erica's gonna be like, please stop saying that. Please stop repeating that you would hurt people.
I know, right? You're going on. You're on a recorded audio file, right? Anyways, I sent these guys a message on our Discord that 4 years ago, yesterday, so the 15th. It's the 15th, right?
Yeah.
It's the very first publication of the Riot Squadcast.
Amen. To the attention of dozens.
Oh yeah, the dozens and dozens who listened. We appreciate it.
Surely there's,
but there's some who are like, I've been there day one.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, do you think there's someone? Do you think there's someone who is going to listen to this episode, who listened to the first one when it first came out?
There's definitely people.
Isn't that weird?
It's definitely weird.
People or person?
If there's a person, there's one.
Yeah, well, I'd say maybe person. There's like maybe one. Like
I can't imagine there's one, but the idea that there's more than one might terrify me.
It definitely took a bunch of definitely took a bunch of large people, like a couple months to get into the show.
Holy shit! Jose Orozco is saying he is day one.
There's a bunch of people, dude.
That's fucked up.
There's
Matt Alisana says he's day one.
Well, yeah.
If Matt's not day one, like
Matt has to be day one.
Hold on, I don't believe Matt. You're telling me you haven't missed a single one?
Well, maybe he's
because Matt's in
Jose Roscoe says he never missed one either.
I believe that. I don't know why I don't believe Matt, and maybe it's because I've known him since I was a kid. So it's weird that this guy that I've known since I was a kid hears me talking, but I can't I can't hear him back.
He like goes out of his way to listen to something that you've recorded.
Yeah, especially when his mother spent our entire childhood begging me to shut up. Like it's strange that my voice enters that house anyway. I like to every now and again I like to think she just walks past and is like, "Shut up, Tucker."
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Like under her breath. Or even out loud. I'm sure.
It would definitely be out loud. It would 100% be out loud.
Bixby says he's been here since day one also.
I believe that too. I don't know. I don't know why.
There's
that.
definitely a lot of people. I mean, we had
Not
a couple
lot.
hundred.
Come on, a lot.
Yeah, we had a couple hundred listeners on that first one, so I'm assuming.
How many times did you download it though, Ed? I mean, say a couple hundred. Like Ed, like downloaded it from like every different machine he's got.
You swear like I'm like this rich dude who has like a room full of computers, or I have a system.
Hey George, please. That would be it.
That's my supervillain origin story.
Yeah. Rich dude with a room full of computers.
Yeah.
Ed's going to Best Buy and just downloading like everything on every.
Hey man.
Look, it's all about the numbers, baby.
Man,
those first couple of weeks.
It's all about the numbers. We gotta boost those numbers somehow. No, but I mean, it's definitely come a long way since Chris in the closet in Portland.
Hold on. For people who weren't listening to the early episodes,
No, you know exactly what I said.
No, hang on. Hang on. Look, there's nothing wrong with it, but hang on. We recorded. I would sit in my children's closet because it was the quietest place in the house, and that's where I would record my side of the podcast.
Yeah, he would record.
I just need you to flesh that sentence out a little bit more.
We would record a podcast, him in the closet. That's all. Period. End of sentence.
George is going to draw me like R. Kelly potting in the closet.
Someone posted. I can't remember who. I think it might have been.
Lewis on Facebook said he's been listening. And he said this a couple minutes ago that he's been listening since Tucker was in the closet.
Wow, the good old days.
The good old days, man.
Back when my house was occasionally quiet.
Because Ben, you joined what episode?
Like 28, 29, something like that.
So we've gone almost 160, 170 episodes with Ben.
I've joined right after the stickers episode, the infamous.
I remember
stickers episode.
Those stickers are terrible.
Oh, they're so bad. I'm so sorry.
The current ones are good.
There's still one right behind you.
I know. We gave them away, so it's not like people paid for them.
The current ones are good. If you get a Squadcast sticker now, they're fine. There's something you could put on a hydro flask.
there's a reason I paid like $15 for like 500 stickers.
I remember asking you, I was like, how many stickers did you get? 500? Why? Like, use that same amount of money and get like 100 stickers that are really good.
Well, we didn't know they were bad at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have probably guessed for being like a nickel for a sticker. I mean, it's not really, that's not how it works.
Couldn't happen any other way.
Yeah, someone just mentioned Jamaican Hitler.
Oh, man.
I
genuinely have no idea what that even references.
I forgot.
People mention it to me all the time, and I'm like, well, we really need to probably reel in some of the sentences we've said. I have no idea what Jamaican Hitler is referencing anymore. It's just it was a conversation that happened.
Well, I think we were doing like accents or something at the time.
What do you mean we?
Me? I might have been doing an accent at the time.
So you're trying to be German, and it comes out. I don't. We got to figure it out. Oh fuck! I was supposed to do something. Yankrana, I appreciate you. I completely forgot about it until right now. He went through the first episode and like marked times that he thought was interesting, and I was going to give him to Ben to slice up and put into the episode, but I forgot about it.
That's fine. Ben wouldn't have done it anyways.
It's Ben's fault. It's much better.
Maybe we'll do that for episode 200 in like 2 months.
Now, you know what we got to do for episode 200? There's one guest that needs to come back for episode 200 of the greater Squadcast universe.
Gilbert.
Everyone needs to go online and pester Gilbert into coming on the show for Squadcast 200. Does that sound like a good idea?
I think we should definitely have Gilbert.
We should make that happen. Ben, what do you think?
Ben is agreeing. He's nodding yes.
Ben seems extremely happy.
I'm gonna lock the gate. Make sure it's just locked tight.
So everyone, if you're on Twitter,
I love you, Gilbert.
If you're on Twitter and you're listening to this, go to @SpeakUpGilberto. That's GILBERTO. Speak Up Gilberto. And bother Gilbert and tell him he needs to come on here for Squadcast 200. Does that sound like a good idea?
That sounds good to me.
Let's make that happen.
Love it.
When is Squadcast 200? It's coming up, right?
Well, this is 192.
Ooh.
So 8 more episodes. So about 2 months.
2 months?
All right.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll get together.
Maybe we can do like, would it be? It'll be right around Thanksgiving. We should do a Thanksgiving episode for 200.
Oh, that would be dope.
That would be fucking dope.
I like that a lot.
We should all sit in here and have a meal.
No,
I mostly
want
want to eat.
I don't want to do that. But yeah, I mean, we want to touch on my sexy tweets last week. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, they were great.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
the way
We scared Ed.
Did you listen to the show?
no, I didn't. I was on vacation.
Okay, you know what?
dude.
Then we're just gonna tell you, Ed. We love that. That was like
It's
talk.
great.
That was our
Yeah,
favorite
it's just
segment.
great. Don't go back.
You
Don't
don't need
look
to.
backwards.
You do
You're
not need to
fine.
listen to the show or anything like that.
I feel like I need to go
It
back
was-
and listen now.
it was-
Life, Ed. Life moves forward.
It does.
You just gotta think about 193.
Okay.
Don't worry about 191.
I feel like I need to go back now.
I think you're okay.
You did great.
You're probably
You know
fine.
they were beautiful. Great.
But at any moment, if you do decide to go back, you can click anywhere throughout that episode, and you're probably still reading all of those tweets.
Oh, it's
It
long.
was like 15 minutes long.
10 minutes.
So this is the thing.
10 minutes.
This is the thing.
Are you gonna do? Nah.
The way I don't know what happened and how you sent it or how Ben received it. When he told me the reason, I kind of assumed he probably screwed something up. He couldn't. There was no way for him to stop or start it. So as soon as he started playing it, he had to just let it run.
Right.
This is the other problem, though. We didn't know how long it was, and in the way he played it, it didn't give a timer.
Yeah. There was nothing in the file that said how long it
So,
was.
so at any point, like 2 minutes in, we're looking at each other like, all right, it's probably, we can probably cut this now. And it just keeps on going.
It's like 10 minutes.
But at some point, we're like, well, now we just have to play the whole. For you guys who were just listening to Ed talk, this is the conversation we were having.
Andrew says you would definitely wanted to cut
Oh,
it
dude,
off.
yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
So did Andrew.
I thought
Andrew
I
did
wanted.
too.
No, I said we should play. I thought I
Are
said
you
we should
kidding?
play it.
I'm just reading Andrew's comment in the
You-
YouTube.
just tell him,
By the
Tom.
way,
Just-
youtube.com/Squadcast if you want to join in the
Tell him.
conversation.
Tom. Tell him. Just say, hey, you know what? We listened to like the first 2 minutes and then we just started talking about other stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we just
I
like-
still haven't heard all the main tweets.
That's fine.
Yeah, me neither.
But it was like the best comment. I thought I'm going to give it to my dear friend Andrew. It's while the mics are off. He's like, "This is the guy who gets angry about 2-hour episodes, decides to read tweets for 10 minutes."
I mean, really, we should just put it out as an episode.
Oh,
we should
man.
just put
Yeah,
that out.
we could have done
That's
that.
fine.
In fact, we need to do that. We just need to drop
that-
that because a
that's
couple
what-
people asked about
Well,
that.
Benjamin, you have the file, so you can do that.
That's what I thought you were going to do. I thought you were going to read like 15 minutes of tweets. You were going to send it to Ben, and then he was going to drop that in the podcast feed on like Friday, on like some other random day. When he was like, "Oh, he's going to slide it in," there was no way in the world I was like, "It's going to be 10 minutes long."
I just love Matt's comment on the chat going, the video was so clear that Andrew and Tucker were ready to for it to be done.
Well, we mocked probably 3/4 of it.
Okay, that's fine.
At least, yeah.
I love it. But because someone could have just downloaded the file from the attachment and then played it on a regular.
Even when he explained it to me, I was like, "That doesn't make any sense."
No, it's still, yeah. No, we tried that. I tried.
Whatever.
Oh, Ben.
Appreciate it all the same. It was very popular.
It was.
People
I'm
did
sure
enjoy
it was.
it.
People loved it.
People loved it, sir.
In fact, that
Thank
was
you.
probably the thing I got the most feedback about through the week was that segment.
Thank you. Well, hopefully
fantastic.
you'll get to hear the whole. I think it's 11 minutes actually.
We may have to. It's.
I put some production value behind it. Okay, so
you
I'm
did,
sorry.
sir. I enjoyed it. I think it's a feature we're going to have to revisit in the future if there is another situation similar to this.
We could always do it and we could talk about this offline, where we do like a minute of it and then just go, hey, it'll be the full 10 whatever minutes it'll be.
You
on.
can find.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Anyways, moving on from you assholes. Happy anniversary, Chris. Dick. I'm not angry. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Love you. All right, let's get into some Galaxy talk. I missed it. There's been so much that has gone on. I didn't get to talk LAFC with you guys and the beautiful win. I loved it. It was awesome. But let's talk. There's some rumors, Chris. Some rumors going around, baby.
You got a rumor song, Ben? Would take too long?
He's not.
Yeah,
He's
that's
not.
fine.
Anyways, at LA Galaxy _rumors, saying that what I'm hearing is the LA Galaxy are in talks with FC Cincinnati for a trade for their number one spot in the allocation order. A name that has popped up to sign with that number one spot, ... is Chris's dude from Newcastle United, which is not how they.
What accent is
not how they
that?
talk, anyways. But
It's a Jamaican Hitler.
yes,
Matter of
exactly.
fact.
One DeAndre Yedlin, Christopher.
Mhm.
What do you put behind this? Do you put any truth to the rumor? What's the possibility of that happening?
So I don't know. I haven't spoken to anybody or anything like that. But there were leaks or rumors or what have you, like seems like something the Galaxy may be able to do or maybe looking into. It would be really weird.
Yeah.
It would be so strange because I don't, only because of the acquisition of Yanni Gonzalez. Like if it wasn't for him, I think maybe you play Yedlin as a right midfielder, or you
or move up Araujo.
You keep Araujo at right midfield and you let Yedlin play right back. But given that you've already apparently gone in and it sounds like Yanni's maybe not official, but waiting on his visa, as official as you're going to get, it gets it gets confusing.
Well, I'd imagine he's coming from Brazil, which is the second highest number of COVID cases behind the U.S. So it's like, I'd imagine they're like, you need to take 2 weeks to quarantine.
Take some time,
Yeah, kind of things like that.
But it's like they're saying Higuain is having visa trouble getting into Inter Miami now. Like that's a thing holding him up.
Okay.
So it looks like the visa process is, for some unknown reason now, is taking an exceptional amount of time. But yeah, if it wasn't for the Galaxy acquiring Yanni Gonzalez and that being all but official, I could see it. I just don't get how you make all three of those guys work.
Yeah.
And I don't understand trading in potential, and there's all this talk of Julian going to Europe in the next year and a half, or maybe 2 seasons. These clubs looking at him. I don't understand trading in the future DeAndre Yedlin for the past DeAndre Yedlin. Like I guess it makes sense if you look at it like, well, Yanni's temporary. If the loan's only till the end of the year, let's say.
Yeah, but even if you're trying to do that, why would you not showcase Araujo? Why bring in Yedlin and then you're going to basically bench?
If you're getting all three?
Yeah.
This is the only way I could see it working. If you're getting all three because Yanni is a loan that's only till the end of the year. So let's say it's till the end of the year, we get to reassess or something.
Right.
See if we want to re-up it or see if we want to move on, whatever. If his loan is only until the end of the year, maybe you have an opportunity to get Yedlin. And now is your chance to bite on it. And if you don't bite on it now, you're going to miss it. So maybe you make it work. You squeeze all three and you tell Araujo, hey, you're doing amazing. You're in the works. This is your spot. This is, don't worry about it. We got Yanni. We got to try to win right now. And so it would suck. And I'm sure YouTube's going all nuts. I'm not saying this is something that should happen to Araujo. I'm saying it's the only way I could see it working if you have to go get DeAndre Yedlin right now. And they have an opportunity to get him and they think it's going to work. That's the only way I can see it making sense at all. So I don't know.
I mean, yeah, and especially, money-wise, he's going to come at a pretty penny.
Maybe you can get him TAM. Like maybe you can get him at TAM. He'd
have to be. Like it makes.
There's no way he's coming here.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking DeAndre Yedlin is a designated player for the Galaxy. It's interesting because I got to get an insight to him a little bit more in Europe than in MLS. I think a lot of people kind of relate to him as a Major League Soccer player. But for me, he's not really a Sounders guy. For me, he's a Newcastle United guy. And so I've gotten to watch him at Newcastle. Like he's not a designated player anywhere.
Anyone outside of Newcastle doesn't think that he's a Newcastle guy. Like
everyone at Newcastle don't think he's a Newcastle guy. Like no one's crying that he's leaving.
Right.
And he's still contracted. I think he still has a year left, but they're gonna let him go. Like
because there was rumors of him going to like Turkey, right, or something like that.
He got rumored somewhere, and it because everyone thought he might leave last year.
Right.
And it didn't. He never went anywhere. He kind of just hung around. He played a little bit here and here and there, but he's fallen down the pecking order. Like he's not playing. He doesn't really play for Newcastle very often. He played in the Carabao Cup against Blackburn Rovers yesterday. I couldn't even find that game on TV, so I still haven't seen him play in a long time. I don't get it. But if what they're doing is stockpiling a talent that they can get now, and Araujo is aware of it and is okay and is signed off on that partnership working, then I can see it. But other than that, I'm at a loss.
Yeah, because is it worth taking A, the risk on bringing him in, and then B, using a top allocation spot on a Yedlin and not? There must not be anyone else that can think that may be coming in sooner than later.
If we didn't already have Yoni Gonzalez coming in, I would be cool with Yedlin.
Right.
Like, I would have no problem with that. My only issue is it
We just signed this right-sided winger. Yeah.
But as using an allocation spot, like, I'm okay with DeAndre Yedlin, the player in Major League Soccer. I think he will be successful. DeAndre Yedlin, the player.
Yeah, because you can't deny that he's probably not better than he was 4 years ago when he left. He's probably a better player now.
Yeah. I don't know. This is a problem. The level of skill and of ability where he's coming from is drastically higher than the level of skill he was at, that even was in Major League Soccer when he left. Major League Soccer is a much better league now than when Yedlin left to Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be hard to judge him against it. He's slower than he was back then, for sure. He's at least at the Premier League level. He's still not great intellectually, defensively. Like, it doesn't.
Well, that's something that's never changed from him.
Yeah, I mean, he is what he is. But if we're using him as a right winger, and it's because Yanni is temporary, and we're ready to we've committed, and we're gonna run that out, and maybe Yanni just becomes the backup forward, or pairs at a 4-4-2. Like, all right. I don't. It would be expensive.
Yeah,
it would be expensive. I'm not sure, but that's the thing. I could see it working, so I don't want to kind of crap on it. The Julian part just makes it rough for me. It makes it too much.
Yeah, I think that's the worrying part to me, is if he is going to be the one who's kind of asked out in the deal.
He would.
Yeah,
I would imagine he would. Yeah.
Which if outside of some of the guys on the back line, he's probably been one of the best. So
sure, but I mean, I think Julian's had a great season, and he's in a great run of form. That kid's 3-4 games from getting benched at any given moment. Like, he's still not Rolf Felcher. Like, where Rolf Felcher would have 3, 4, 5 games in a row bad and would still play, was still rock solid starter every week. I don't think Araujo's there. I think if he has a couple bad games, they'll sit him in a heartbeat. If they're going to sit him for a spell of bad games, I'd rather they sit him for DeAndre Yedlin than Rolf Felcher.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see. We'll see when that comes out. If it happens, if it doesn't, I mean, it's no skin off her back, I guess.
Yeah,
just rumors, baby.
Just rumors.
Just rumors, baby. All right, moving on. Let's talk some G2. Christopher.
Let's fucking go.
What a comeback from G2. Amazing. G2 rallied back from a 2-0 deficit to beat Las Vegas 3-2. A brace from Augie Williams.
Big dog.
And then a beautiful goal from Jonathan Perez, man. And did you see that the assist from Cuevas on that goal?
Kid's talent, man.
Thing of beauty.
Kid's talent.
Thing of beauty. Loved it. Augie Williams gets the game-winning goal on a PK. So
late PK
from a ball over the top from your boy Neal.
Oh, Jalen Neal.
Neal.
Yeah, man. That looks like the center back pairing that they're going with. He and Vasquez seem to play together the most. Vasquez had that mistake early on, led to.
Oh yeah, I mean those 2 goals from Vegas were
problematic.
Yeah,
problematic.
Yeah,
but overall, like, you gotta love the fight. You gotta love the comeback.
That's what I think I've been loving about the first team and the second team. You haven't seen that fight in a while. And you're seeing that now, where it's just
steel.
It's like a little bit of grit.
A little bit of grit. Yeah. There's no two ways about it. The game against Las Vegas for G2 and looking at their playoff chances, that was a must-win game.
Yeah.
Like it was a must-win game, and right off the bat, defensive error leads to a goal going the other way.
Yeah.
And then you're 2-0 down. Especially for young kids. You can see them dropping their shoulders, looking down, feeling bad for themselves. And, it going from bad to worse, going 3-4-0. But they went into the break. They got their heads about them. And they fucking dug in and fought. Like, that's exactly what you want from your set. God damn, you wish you could see it in the first team. But that's exactly what you want from your second team and from these kids that should be pushing the first team.
Right.
These kids that should be working and digging and living every day trying to impress and trying to show the boss, look what I can do. You can count on me in these moments. That's a fucking prime example of it. And in a must-win game. It's beautiful. Loved it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to love it, man. It's these guys, especially, I mean, really young guys. Like, you have your Cuevas, who's like 17.
Mm-hmm.
Augie's on the little older side. He's like
23.
And Jalen Neal's 16.
Yeah.
Like, it's incredible what these guys are doing at such a young age, man. Because we've seen plenty of guys who've come in with talent, but it's never really been like harnessed, right? It's never been at this level of having it where they actually look like a team who can do it.
As a group, yeah.
And not just one or two guys who look above and beyond the other guys. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I would say with the majority of this G2 team, and luckily, they're on the younger side, so it kind of works. But for the majority of this G2 team, I don't expect to see a lot of them get shifted out next year. Like, I expect to see, hopefully, what as a fan, you should want your youth organization to operate like. This looks like the year we may see a La Masia, where you see this team develop together. These kids, Jorge Hernandez, Sebastian Hernandez, maybe Jonathan Perez if he doesn't end up getting called up because he's playing out. He's small.
Yeah, he's a little small.
He's really small. He looks like a child.
But the thing is, on his goal, I mean, he held off a defender who was a foot and a half taller than him.
Who looked much larger than him. He was very intelligent in his place. Like, he's a good soccer player.
Yeah.
And America really needs to get to this point where we're not developing kids to begin their soccer career at 23 or 22. Like, at some point, the 16s and the 17-year-olds are going to have to start breaking through and getting ready. That's where you want your organization to when we're all old and USA finally has a shot at this shit. This is where these organizations are gonna be, where these kids are starting at a younger age, living and operating like a professional footballer. Jonathan Perez has it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can watch him against grown men. Jonathan Perez has it. Mauricio Cuevas has it. Augustine Williams is like 8 months older than Ethan Zubak. Like, he's on the older side, but in as much as, I
mean, he's playing with 6 or 7 teenagers is what I'm saying. Like, he's on the older side.
Yeah. But at 23, like, if they kept Ethan on the USL team for another year, I wouldn't have thought it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, he still has another year or so he could be that veteran leadership.
I think it's unfortunate, but Ethan was definitely brought up as a necessity more than like.
Absolutely, but he fought for a spot.
You've earned it. Yeah, he
fought for a spot. He's still there. They brought in another guy at around Ethan's level. He fought for a spot, worked him out. But you have this group of relatively young kids, for the most part, that could spend 2 years together, 3 years together, and then slowly start to get integrated into the first team.
No, I agree. I mean, if you follow G2 at all over the years, I mean, it's year after year, it's turnover. I mean, 60 to 70% of the team's usually gone by the next year.
This year, that definitely doesn't seem the case.
I don't think that happens either.
And even when they do, even when they start to move on, if it doesn't work out, you have Victor Valdez, you have Walter Portales, you have 15, 16-year-olds. Walter Portales played the U15s last year. He's a G2 he's not a first teamer, but he's in the G2 squad this year.
Yeah.
Played U15s last year. The progression is what you have to enjoy. It's what you have to be watching for.
It's what you saw with like the Cameron Dunbars who were playing like U17 a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and Cameron, I love the kid. I mean, he's young Black Prince on the first team. Like, I'm all about him. Cameron should stay on the first team. Like, I think Cameron starts over Augie Williams, but Augie Williams is working on the second team. Leave him. Cameron, and
if anything, he's getting playing time and getting minutes.
I start to wonder what happens to the Kai Koreniaks. Because Kai Koreniak was balling out at G2.
Mm-hmm.
And now he doesn't really play soccer anymore.
Well, he just came back from injury too.
But if he came back, I wouldn't want him taking Jonathan Perez's spot at right wing. I wouldn't want him taking Jorge Hernandez's spot at right wing. Like it's working for them. That group, that team is working. Maybe Karinia gets squeezed out of that. Like that's the downside. But it's, especially if we're going to be, overloaded on the wings. It's a good problem to have.
Yeah,
it's a really good problem to have.
I mean, that didn't sound too bad to me. The one thing, though, I think that's come out of these last 6 or 7 games is, do you think that they can bring up Augustine Williams? I mean, he's 9 goals this season so far, tied for 4th in the Golden Boot race, just 3 goals behind the first place. So a lot of people are calling for him to become called up.
I get him. He is.
But is that more of him just scoring? Do you think he can? Because I feel like he's a tweener. You had your Jack McBeans, you had guys who were killing it in USL, but brought up to MLS, and it was just a level they couldn't handle.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly feel that he might be one of those guys who's a tweener.
Trying to be as fair as I can to someone who is not the topic of conversation. Trying to be as fair as I can. Would you say Ethan Zubak is a tweener?
I would say he's definitely a G2 player.
So then the tween would be a little bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of it comes out of frustration at Ethan.
Right.
And
absolutely. Yeah.
I get it. You get it. He's 22. We are probably getting to, you get to that stage where you're at least looking to go, well, is this guy going to end up breaking through? Still young, still got a lot of time, can figure it out. He can get faster, he can work harder, he can add muscle, he can change elements of his game. But that's his spot. He's the number 2. Clearly, they've had multiple windows to sign a backup forward, have chosen not to do it. We're in the middle of a window, still haven't done it.
Well, you got to save all the money for DeAndre Yedlin, so.
Hey, man, make it happen. Transfer fee would be nice. You can see where the frustration comes from Ethan. And I think that helps the call for Augustine Williams. I've personally said it on the show. I would rather see Augustine Williams line up than Ethan. And the only reason for that is I think goal scoring wise, we're going to get roughly the same level of production, but his style of play was fitting the way we were playing a little bit better. Ethan seems he seems tired, but let's get a little Dunbar in there, man. As much as I love Augustine Williams, let's get a little Dunbar in there. I think that's young black youth. Let's see what he can do.
I think that's the first call to action that should be taken, is putting in a Dunbar. I mean, people are gonna start, sending in pictures of Gordon Wild on the missing milk cartons.
Guessman says that's coach decision too. I mean, that's it sounds like something happened.
Yeah.
I would love to know what, but it sounds like something happened.
I feel like he was like, I need more minutes, Gaffer, and then he's like, fucking call me Gaffer for it, man.
What do you think you are? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened a while, but I love Augie Williams. Would love to see him in the first team.
I think it was Galaxy History who made me question what the hell happened to that guy, Tom Smart.
He got released.
Did he get released?
Yeah, he got released.
When did that happen?
When COVID hit and everyone stopped giving a fuck about Tom Smart. When there was a deadly global pandemic and the whole Tom Smart joke wasn't important anymore.
He brought him up there and I'm like, holy shit, what happened to that dude?
Yeah. He's gone.
I'm bad for that. Oh, too bad for that guy.
Yeah. It would have been fun, but yeah.
He went back to Birmingham.
This is the thing. All jokes aside, all bullshit aside. And look, hashtag Tom Smart Army. I'm all about him. All bullshit aside. If Tom Smart,
part of the Smarty Army,
baby. If there's a name, Ben, write that down. If Tom Smart played 1 minute at left back in an MLS game over Mauricio Cuevas, I would lose my fucking mind.
Yeah, of course, I would too.
My goddamn mind. I would be furious if he played 1 minute of MLS. I'm assuming something horrible has happened to Emiliano Insua and Didi Traore. If Tom Smart played 1 minute, Ed, 1 minute, I'd be all done. That would be it for me.
No more Smarty Party.
No more Smarty Party, sir.
That's fine. So the next game for the Galaxy 2 is going to be Wednesday, September 23rd at 7 p.m. at home against San Diego. G2 currently sitting second in Group B with 21 points, and San Diego just behind them in third with 19 points. Like I said, Augustine Williams tied for 4th in the Golden Boot race with 9 goals, only 3 behind league leader Junior Flemings of Phoenix Rising. That group's tight, man. So if you don't know, USL is doing like a group like style of setting of, so only the top 2 of each group move on to the playoffs. Currently, I believe G2 at 21, San Diego 19, and then OC's at like 18 points. So it's real tight in that race to have that second spot. So
I'm telling you, it was a must-win game.
Every game mattered. Every game is a must-win game.
Yeah, it was, and to claw back, I think we'll sitting in second right now. We would play Reno. What is it? Reno 1868. If everything ended right now, we have 4 or 5 games left. So get into that nitty-gritty, baby.
Get into it. Yeah, watch it ESPN Plus. Get in there, man.
Enjoy it.
It's fun.
I did want to say one thing about the Galaxy 2 fan base lately.
Okay.
It's beautiful. I'm loving this thing. I'm loving the conversation around the second team. Like, I'll admit, I was talking to somebody this week, and they were like, oh, the podcasting and the Twitter and the network and all that stuff. And I was just like, all I ever wanted in like 2007, 2006, I just wanted people to talk to about the Galaxy. And now all anyone ever does is talk, in my world anyway, is talk about the Galaxy.
Well, you've like hand created this world around you.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's like Westworld, but for Galaxy shit. But watching, like on Twitter, watching people engaging and caring and following and keeping track of what these kids are doing, the development, basically academy children, watching their development through the first team is fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
It's fucking beautiful, man.
Well, you become more invested in the team.
Yes. You're more invested in the club.
Yes.
Because the teams change. The teams will, think of every player, Mike McGee. There is someone who follows me on Twitter that I've interacted with who never watched Mike McGee play for the Galaxy. He's too young.
Yeah.
But to be able to follow from, at some point, Mauricio Cuevas is going to start for the first team. And if he doesn't, something went wrong.
We'll see.
But no,
the German team might come in and be like, hey, I'm going to
exactly.
take you for free.
If he doesn't, something went wrong. If he doesn't, something bad happened. Somebody fucked up somewhere. If you let this local kid who is in your academy and in your second team and progressing and starting, if he doesn't end up playing for your first team and he's got the level of ability that Mauricio Cuevas does, something went wrong. And there are people who are watching. There are people who are paying attention.
Yeah.
If Jonathan Perez doesn't end up playing a minute, I'll say, for the first team, there are people watching who are going to wonder what the hell happened between where he's at today and him getting released or him being sold off somewhere. From going to reserve games with you and there's 30 people standing by a fence, all of them related to these Galaxy reserve players trying to get a minute. I fucking love it. It's beautiful. Everyone keep it.
It's come a long way since 2007.
It's come a long way, my friend. Yeah. So that's all.
All right, let's move on. Let's talk. If we have to, I mean, we're gonna have to. Let's talk about that San Jose game. What a mess! Turn off your sounds, dude. What the hell are you doing?
Bro, I'm texting my son.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Saying goodnight. I'm a good dad.
Oh, sweet.
Hey, man, you need a text. You good?
You might want to text me every night. You can text me good night. I wouldn't mind that.
I'm definitely gonna text you right now.
That's all I want you to text me. Yeah, I do not want to see like.
Oh, you know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, exactly.
You
no, please don't.
It's like a shadow.
Let's talk the match. I mean, it was obviously definitely the ugliest game of the MLS's back phase 1.
I like that name. MLS's back phase 1.
Yeah, I mean, we can give all the excuses in the world. I mean, it was just an ugly game. I mean, no two ways about it. I mean, the pitch was terrible. The team didn't really look like they were up for it. I mean, San Jose just being San Jose. I hate Shea Salinas so much with like a passion. He's like probably the person I hate the most in the entire league.
Really?
Like over Diego Chara, over
Wando. I feel like you've moved on past your hatred of Chris Wondolowski.
Probably. There's still Wando.
Every time I see him, I go.
But it's more of that now. It's not like, I hate that dude. It's more like, Wando.
I'm going to get off topic for half a second. When you think back of all your years of Major League Soccer, who's the guy you hate the most?
Ooh.
Who's the guy where you just like you see his face and you're like, you motherfucker?
Brian Chang.
Brian Shane, I can understand that.
We made him cry. That's funny.
That's why he doesn't bother me as
Yeah.
much.
Who
I
was
know
the
I
guy?
got to
Yeah,
him.
I still hate him.
I know I
still,
got
like,
him.
I mean, for the longest time, it was Sasha, dude.
Yeah.
For the longest time.
Came back, cleansed his soul.
You know what? He repented and it's fine.
You know my number one.
What
and
about Gordo? Gordo,
Lenhart.
at one time, Gordo must have been up there.
I always felt bad for Gordo because I knew Gordo didn't want to leave.
Matt brings up Linhart. Definitely Linhart.
Sebastian Leinart's up there, yeah. But you know, I'm thinking about this dude right now. As I'm building up this sentence, I'm thinking about this dude's face, and I'm feeling a
And you get
fucking boiling rage in my chest. Dwayne De Rosario.
You know what? I didn't hate him as much as I'm like, that dude's going to score.
Fuck him and his Craig David braids. Fuck that dude in the face. Fuck him right in the mouth. I see Ed, thinking about him now, I'm seeing free kicks bend around the wall and go in.
And they always play that one. And it's
fuck
so
that
good,
dude
too.
so much.
You know what, Max in the live chat, Kyle Beckerman, man, that's another one. I hate that.
Yeah,
fucking.
he seems dirty.
Denise fucking loves Beckerman.
What?
Really?
She loves that dude.
I don't hate him
I
as
told
much
her
as
the
I
story
used to.
how he should have been a Galaxy player.
Yeah, they didn't want to trade Pete Vianis.
And she was so mad.
That's
She
fair.
actually
Really, they
loved- she
didn't want
actually
to
loved
trade Vianis.
Oh yeah, he did. I think it was Lawless. Lawless refused to trade Pete Vianis because they're buddies. Billionaire Boys Club.
We would have
First generation.
As much as you want to talk shit, Beckerman at his prime, like.
But again, so I want to
better than Vianis.
I want to do this like.
For sure.
But this is the thing. I want to
Probably
do
a
this
better
like.
GM too.
I want to do this what if series when I get some time. But I want to do this what if series, and one of them would be like, what if Alexi Lawless traded Pete Vianis for Kyle Beckerman? Like thinking of the ripple effect, because it's not just, he and Beckham and Beckerman become the worst fucking tandem for an announcer to have to say. They win MLS Cup. Like, well, what happens next year? Like, all the things that don't happen if this one thing takes place. What happens if the Galaxy actually sign Ronaldinho? Galaxy win MLS Cup. Beckham fucks off. Robbie Keane never happens. Steven Gerrard never happens. Zlatan probably never happens because Beckham doesn't look at the Galaxy in the way he did. Like, I want to have time. So this is months and months and months away. But
This is at least another year.
yeah, I give me some time. I need time. Sorry, San Jose, Shea Salinas. Fuck that dude in the mouth.
Fuck that dude. I
He's
hate
a
that
bitch,
dude.
too.
Hate that dude with a passion. Yeah, well, let's get some ups and downs. I mean, there's not going to be that many ups, I don't think, in this game. Definitely a couple downs.
I give you an up. Yeah.
The only up is that they didn't allow a goal.
Big Dick Bingham,
Clean
baby.
sheet,
Clean
Yeah.
sheet.
point away.
Bingham silently carrying his team. That's for you, Hugo. That's just for you, baby.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
for Angel.
Obviously, I mean, it sucks because, and let's talk about it. San Jose
Quietly carrying the Galaxy.
San Jose had a midweek game. I mean, it was 3 days before we played, and we looked at the worst side. It's a little troubling. I mean, the Galaxy had a whole week to rest. I mean,
We looked exhausted.
yeah. I mean, and then I'm not gonna. There was fires like literally raging around them, and that air quality must have been real bad.
Mm-hmm.
And you would have thought maybe bringing in, some guys who can maybe run a little longer than the older guys. Your younger cats, like your Dunbars, maybe not. Maybe it wasn't the game to bring on like a Chicharito. And we'll talk about him because that's a whole other thing going on right with him.
Like a spirit that takes over me.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah. Let's get some. What are some? You said you have some ups and downs. Let's talk about them.
You want to go, Benny? You want me to go? Which one?
No, I said the only up was the fact that clean sheet. That was the only up I saw.
Clean sheet? Yeah, clean sheet's nice.
That's not bad.
Clean sheet's great.
As far as down, I mean, obviously the rest of it. I mean, this wasn't the same Galaxy team that we had seen just like clicking on all cylinders for the past month.
What about you? What about you, Ed? Do you have an up?
Back-to-back clean sheets. I mean, I can't even remember the last time that's happened.
I mean, unbeaten
Oh,
in
I got a
6.
stat for you, baby.
Unbeaten in
Got a stat.
6.
You got
When's
stats.
the last time that happened?
Unbeaten in 6? Yeah. I don't have a stat for that. That's
Loser.
yay. Do you?
You're the stat man. You're the stat man.
Can you play Scatman?
Beat up.
No, we're not.
We're not going to get in trouble. Just do it. It's cool.
Yeah, who even owns
Just
that?
do it. It's cool. That guy's got to be dead. Scatman Crothers.
Probably from all that scat.
Oh God, George. No, I got it up for you. I'll give you good. No one got hurt
Yeah?
on a terrible field. No one got hurt.
Awful.
One very, very important golden goose, especially. But no one got hurt on what was clearly an awful field. I'll take that as an up. As a down, it was probably one of the worst games I've seen with my eyeballs ever. Just terrible. I mean, boring. It's boring.
But I think that tends to happen with San Jose games, especially recently with Almeida with his style of man marking.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes for ugly games.
Here's an up for not scoring. I thought Efrain did pretty good with his minutes.
Oh yeah, I
He
mean
did
that
a
was
pretty good
definitely
job
I was
with his
going to be
minutes.
my up that I was going to bring up. I mean, he had one come off the woodwork.
Want the post? Yeah.
I mean, he honestly of all the attacking players, he probably looked the most dangerous.
Yeah. Which, another great commentary for Ethan. Just strength to strength.
Yeah.
But I thought Efrain did a great job with his minutes, with his time. And nobody got hurt. When I know that we were on a streak and all that. Oh, turn it up. This is not the song I want. What is the name of that song? No, it's Scatman. I'm the Scatman. Skip it up, dee it up, dee it up, pop.
That's definitely the song.
Pop, beat up, pop. Beat up, no, hold on. No, play the top one. Why would you play the top song under top songs?
Different one too.
Is it really? What a waste.
Come on, man.
Watch it not be a different one. He's just so old he doesn't remember when the song came out because he's from the 40s. This is totally the song. Yeah.
That's it, dude.
I know it's crazy that this will sound like the right song to any question anyone has ever asked, but this is indeed the right song.
What are we talking about?
Nobody got hurt. Efrain. Oh, when was it? When did it change that a point on the road wasn't good enough?
I think what's so odd, and you know what? It's just the
Thank
way
you, Benjamin. Appreciate you.
it's just the way we are as fans, honestly. That we've won 4 games in a row.
MLS
Yeah,
champions.
I think that's kind of that's it. Is that the fact that San Jose played midweek, like not just midweek on Thursday. They played on Thursday.
Yeah, I think
We
that
had
was
a full week's rest,
yeah.
and we had won 4 in a row.
I think that definitely was the most disappointing. Is that
So that
San Jose
that's where
was
a point
literally
in the-
only on 2 days rest.
Yeah, that's where a point in the road isn't good enough in that situation.
We have played 4 games of soccer in 14 days. We got a point on the road on a horrible field, and nobody got hurt. That is a win. That is a complete win. I don't even understand how other people don't view it as a win.
Yeah.
That it's like we got a point on the road playing our 4th soccer game in 14 days.
Well, it could still be a win and then still be disappointing.
Yeah, you're wrong to be disappointed by it.
Be a little
Like in my opinion. And look, how many times do I say it's just my opinion? I don't know why anyone else cares about. I'm genuinely confused that you all care about it. Except for you, listener C, because I got your package today, and I really appreciate that, brother. Thumbs up for that. Like that's a win, man. That is a complete win. 3 points would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
3 points, gravy on top. You got a point on the road playing 4 games in 14 days. Chicha got 30 minutes. It's beautiful. You knew he was going to play. The game was on Unimas. Yeah, he was going to play.
I watched it on Twitter.
Did you watch it? I just Unimas let me Chromecast it, so fuck it. But everyone, it's just good. It was good. It was great. It was a great game.
Got minutes. I mean, I think what you said, the most important thing, no one got hurt on that shitty pitch.
Awful field.
Yeah.
Awful field. The fucking sky is on fire. Like, it's cool, man.
I made a joke. I was like, they're gonna go in halftime, cough up all the ashes out of their lungs, but I mean, legit, they probably were coughing out shit from their lungs.
I mean, it's if you're having a conversation as to whether the air is acceptable to go outside and breathe in, let alone run and play soccer in, on a terrible field for your 4th game in 2 weeks, and nobody dies, That's a win.
It's a win.
It's a win.
Hey, so if this isn't coronavirus season, did we play that game or is it postponed?
If it wasn't, if we weren't like
Yeah, if
jamming
we
everything
weren't,
in, it probably gets postponed.
Yeah, that's what I think.
It probably
too.
gets postponed. Which is, we in a game that should have been postponed, we got a point. That's cool. That's cool. Undefeated streak still going.
I'm all right with that.
See, my job is to turn. I think about it to turn you guys around. That's my actual job.
See, I'm still disappointed.
I'm like a life coach.
I'm a little disappointed still.
Yeah,
it's fine. But we got a point. I can't complain.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
Still disappointed. I think the one thing that's come out of this game, of all things, it's like the most debated is Chicha getting his 30 minutes.
Chicha! Oh, my boy.
And how people were so disappointed. Here's the thing, and I think I'm with you, Chris. When I saw you tweet, like I see more people tweeting about people. It's more like complaining about the complainers.
Yes.
But I didn't see any of the complainers.
I never see anyone complain about Javier Hernandez. But I have an answer for you.
And believe me, I only follow people who have Galaxy tweets or Galaxy in their profile. So literally all my followers now are just people who talk Galaxy.
I have an answer for you. Apparently, it's Facebook.
Oh, it's awful.
And it's Instagram. So I guess that's who they're talking about. So my understanding is people are, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong. Please send me the tweets. If you see people complaining, I will talk them down. Gently. It appears like people are going to Twitter talking about people shitting all over him on Facebook and Instagram. We don't do Instagram like that. And I haven't been on Facebook in 4 or 5 years. So I just never see any of it.
The Facebook group is really bad.
I can only imagine. Well,
it's really
Facebook is terrible. Facebook is the devil. So now I get it. Because I'm with you. I never saw anyone fucking complain about him. I just kept constantly seeing people going, why is everybody complaining about, Chicha?
Chicha?
I was so happy when I saw him. As soon as he started warming up and he started doing his stretches, I was like, Chicha!
You know what's funny too is everyone is doing the Chicha now.
I love it. I love it. That's my man.
But I mean, come on. I mean, it's a guy who's coming back from not playing in 3 months.
Has everyone forgotten this dude has missed like 7 games of soccer? And again, while the sky is on fire, on a terrible field, and it's called match fitness. If you can't understand, as a soccer fan, if you can't understand the separation between being fit, as to say he's not injured, versus being match fit, as to say he is physically ready to play a 90-minute game of soccer, or a 60-minute game, 45 minutes, to however much time he's going to be on the field.
Wasn't it just like 4 days before that he just joined the first team?
Yeah, like it's match fitness gets built up over time by playing competitive, hard soccer minutes.
It's why you've seen Jonah not start, even though he's getting 45 here,
and he's being
here.
And I think he's being very delicately handled. And I'm loving the way we're slow playing, bringing him back. Historically, Hernandez probably would have got 45 minutes in that game, or started that game and got subbed off at halftime because we got to make everyone happy by starting him. You have to give the administration that. They're slowly working these guys back. I thought 30 minutes was way too much, especially on that field, especially against San Jose. Like I thought 30 minutes was way too much, but he got through it. He seems okay. I mean, I haven't heard anything about him being hurt, or I didn't see anything of him limping or anything, so I'm assuming he's fine. But he got 30 minutes match fitness. We got a point on the road. It's a win.
It's a win, baby.
It's all a win. See, trust me, Ben. I'll bring you back around. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help.
All right, let's before we get to the Big Tony's email, let's go man of the match.
Ooh, Bingham.
Gotta be Bingham.
Keep it easy. Yeah, keep it easy. We're in our next game, we'll be going for 3 clean sheets in a row. First time we've done that since 2016. Brian Rowe, last keeper to get 3 clean sheets in a row.
That seems shocking too.
Right. But that was Yellow Von Dom's slightly different time.
Yeah, I don't know who I'm gonna. I do think that Bingham definitely deserves it. But man, like I think defensively the guys looked good, man. For whatever we want to talk about that night, I still think they looked really good. So I'll give it to Bingham still though.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
All right, On to Big Tony's email. On Sunday, the G's faced a tired Smurfs team that had seen little success in the league, and the G's reminded us they know how to play down to their opponent. In what was considered a very ugly game, the G's were unable to find the net, but were able to keep the Smurfs off the score sheet as well. But a point on the road is a point on the road. Looking at predictions, Chris, Ben, and Ed all predicted wins, so no points all around. Ed still leads with 10, Chris is second with 7, and Ben has 1 point.
Yeah, start that comeback soon.
Yeah,
brother.
come on, man.
You're right. You're running out of time.
Yeah, dude.
There's only so many phases.
B team host, that's mean. B team host Andrew Alisana was the only one who predicted a tie, but he expected
I think
some
Andrew
score.
said like he's a B teamer.
Okay.
It's follow up.
Yeah, dude. I should have gone with my gut too. I was gonna call a tie, but my dumbass didn't do that. So Andrew picks up a point, which means he has doubled his total for the season to 2. Nice. However, Andrew has skipped 3 games, so maybe he could be high in the standings if he actually played.
This is what I want. I want Andrew to play this week and get enough points to overtake Ben. That's
He already has.
Does he really? Yeah. Wait. You only have 1. Andrew has 2.
Andrew has 2.
Jesus Christ.
I email you because Anthony continues. Big Tony continues. Come on, Andrew. I email you the link before every game. How tough it is for you to remember to fill out a prediction. Get on it already. No excuses. Listener predictions. This week saw 46 predictions come in. Sadly, 3 of them were from Decline. Dude, again? 3 of them were from Decline, and a few others followed an example with double entries. Please, people, 1 prediction per person. Anyway, only 2 listeners predicted a draw. Everyone else was convinced that we would get an easy win, except for Shark Boy, who was predicting losses every time we won, and didn't want to break the streak. Well, Shark Boy, the G's proved your predictions do not impact the actual outcome, so now you can start predicting what you think will actually happen. Probably more losses. Anyway, hats off to the 2 correct listeners. Sid Patel, hey, go get on your Sid. And Michael W., who both picked up their first points of the season. Sadly, neither of them thought we would see clean sheets on both sides, so no bonus points.
Yes, Sid Patel, quietly a very, very nice human being. The name is synonymous with, my man Sid,
I think only you know that. Maybe like a handful
of us.
Yeah.
But if you know, you know. But Sid Patel, quietly, upper echelon, top tier human being, that guy. Big fan.
I have a lot of love for that dude. All right. So no changes this week at the top of the table. Jesse still leads with 11. Luis L is close behind with 9. Eric and Jason L are tied in third with 8. And 5 others sit 1 point off of them at 7 in 4th place. Still lots of points to earn. Anyone can still win it. Prediction link will be emailed and tweeted out on Wednesday. Follow at BigTony_42 on Twitter for reminders. And then we also retweet it every time, or as much as we see it when I'm on there. Full standings are available on the Squadcast website. Now, looking forward, Saturday, your Los Angeles Galaxy hosts the Colorado Rapids. The Rapids come to LA as the last game of their 3-game road trip. They play FC Dallas at 5:30, which they lost, by the way, 4-1, and got trounced, like, bad.
Love it.
Bad. Last Saturday, Colorado beat RSL 5-0, but RSL, again, is like one of those teams where they beat LAFC like 4-1 and then lost to Colorado 5-0 next week and then lost like 2 weeks before that 4-0. So RSL is very shaky. Anyways, last Saturday, Colorado beat RSL 5-0, getting goals from 4 different players. They currently sit 10th on the table at 13 points, only 2 behind the G's. With their 5-0 win, they now have a +1 goal differential, which changed now because they lost 4-1, so that's a little different. Big wins always help player confidence, so they might be coming to LA with big expectations. The G's look bad in their last game, but with a full week of rest and Colorado coming in tired, can the G's regain the form we saw in the previous games and grab 3 points at home? Like I said, Dallas whooped on Colorado tonight 4-1, so coming in with low confidence. Maybe we can sneak in another win. Chicha? What do you guys think? What do you think of this game? Trap game? That's usually the San Jose games.
San Jose would have been a trap game. This would be a bounce back.
Colorado's definitely a weird team. They're definitely up and down for sure. It's like a lot of those like RSL, Colorado, they'll win 5-0 one week, and then again next week they lose 4-1. So it's just they're very, very inconsistent. I want to hear you guys. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the game coming up? We'll be on a full week's rest again, playing against a team who
Even
has
better.
three days
Short
of rest.
Even better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we're still going to struggle a little bit.
Okay.
I think even with the extra rest, I don't know why. I think we're more focused. We're transitioning into getting Hernandez ready.
Okay.
Less so, you know what I mean? Less so than when you know he's out, when you know Jonathan's out. You know, Zubac's the guy. Corona Kitchen, those are the guys. You guys are going to run the game until we need to take you out. You're the dudes. Versus, we're more in a mentality of, and it's an important. I think it's very important. It's a mentality of we have to get. We're practically secure in a playoff spot now. We're at least healthy in the run. Once we get our full complement of guys back, we should be ready to kick on.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of weird because I mean it's just like from 12th place to 8th place, which is the 8th place is the last playoff spot. It's separated by 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I mean 1 game, 2 games can really turn your shit around, or you drop down in the table. So it's that fast.
Well, you saw LAFC hopped over us based on that 1 win in our draw,
and it's goal difference.
It's goals 4.
Oh, goals.
I mean,
4.
it's.
Oh yeah, because we're both on 1
Yeah.
goal difference.
So it's
a
as
positive one,
razor
maybe.
margin, but it's that 2-point bump they got.
Yeah.
Shot them up. But we're in the mix. We're not the way we were coming out of the COVID Cup. We have more of a style that we're probably going to be moving with going forward. We're getting ready to have a couple more players to get in. I think our focus is shifting towards preparing for what maybe phase 3 is going to look like, more so than getting back to meeting expectations in phase 1. Maybe phase 2 is going to be a little more experimental, more preparation for the playoff push and making sure that we're
phase 2 is
ready.
technically only the 3 games.
This is 3 games.
Yeah, and then we'll go into like the last 9 or whatever.
Where we're probably playing LAFC again. Apparently.
Again.
So yeah, I don't know. I think this is gonna. I could see this being a more middle of the road, maybe a draw, maybe a close win. But I still think we're more in the mentality of preparation for phase 3.
Okay. Here's a little stat for you, Chris. I got a stat.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Look at you, stat bitch.
The last time the Galaxy beat Colorado was September 2nd, 2017.
Wow. 2017.
2017.
All right. Well, anniversaries and all that. Let's get it going.
We've drawn once, and they've beat us. I think out of the last 4 games, they beat us twice.
I feel like we didn't have Christian Pavone back then.
We did not.
So it's a little bit. Did we have Chicha?
No.
We didn't have a Chicha.
No.
Did we have Nick Dupuy?
We did not.
Sounds like it's. Did I say Puy?
Yeah.
Sounds like it's an entirely different game.
Yeah.
Did we have Julian Araujo playing?
We did
Was
not.
Rolf Felcher there? Was Stelvik there?
We had the Rolf Felcher of center backs in Ciani. I'm sure he was there.
Ooh, yes. This shit don't count. It don't count. It's just dead. It's dead. So yeah. Well, now I'm up for it. Now I'm like, well, we gotta break that streak. This is the Chicha moment.
Chicha. I love the build up. I
Sorry.
love it.
Had to find it.
No, but I mean, I think this is definitely a game that, and with Colorado again, it's just so.
It's like Gio.
With Colorado, it's just so up and down. Like they can look like they're up for it one week, and the next week they just look like utter shit. So.
Well, yeah, but then that becomes more on us to
Capitalize on
have our shit. Well, yeah. we need to dictate the pace and the flow of the game. If Colorado can show up some weeks and can be iffy others, we need to be dictating the way the game is going. Be on the front foot, press them. You've had 2 weeks rest basically with 1 game in between. You've had as close to a normal week as you have. Just losing this or drawing this would be disappointing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be good.
Do you see Jonah coming back in the full time?
Might start.
First 11.
He might start. He
should by now, right? Like it's been what 3 games since he's been back.
What did he get in the last one? He got 45.
Yeah.
It's just about 45. Yeah, it's probably about time. It's probably about time.
Like I enjoy the slow play, but I think it's time. And like, come on.
I don't know. He re-aggravates it. We're fucked. But are we? Kitchen and Corona were decent. But I don't. Every time they were decent, we were surprised. You don't expect them to maintain that level. It's good that they're there. Corona was a national teamer. There was a time you expected him to regularly put in that kind of performance, but we understand his level in the pecking order around here. I'm way more interested in seeing Jonathan, but again, this phase 2 may be our experimental period. So maybe you come in and you see whether Jonathan's ready. You give him 60 minutes, burn an early sub. You got 5, and you use 2. Like, give him 60 minutes. You have enough substitutes. You have enough substitutions to slow play him, even if it's halfway through through the first half. You pull Corona to the side and say, hey, this is the game. You're going to get 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I want you to know going in, give me everything you can in those 20, 25 minutes.
Wouldn't you want to do the opposite, though? Is start.
I know, but I'm always.
But if you give him 65 and you're like, hey, you're getting 65, and then we'll take you out and we'll play Corona in the last 25.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm opposed to starting.
Because you only get the 3 times you can make substitutions.
Really, you can't use all 5. We have all 5 substitutions.
Yeah, but you can only do them 3 times a game.
I didn't know that. They all have to be substituted together.
Yeah. That's why you'll see. I forgot what game I was watching.
LAFC did like fucking 4 substitutions the other day.
Exactly. What game was I watching? I think it was like a Philadelphia game or something. And they still had 3 guys on their bench, and they brought them all in the last like 10 minutes or whatever. Because it was the last time they actually could.
That was their last chance. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Well, then, yeah, you would start them. You'd start them.
What about Chicha? Do you still bring him off in
slow
30 minutes?
Slow.
You give him another 30?
Okay, 15. I cut the time. I take fucking time, man. Please.
And for
please.
For whatever crap we give Zubak, I mean,
if you were half decent produced, bam, Ben, that song would have been hitting right off the top. It's tough to be ready, I guess.
For whatever crap we give Zubak, I mean, he still is. He's a workhorse. He's running the entire game.
He's working his ass off, man.
And if there's ever a team you want to probably put pressure on in their backline, it's Colorado. They give up plenty of goals.
Ethan is working his fucking tail off, which is what you need him to do. You need him to run.
You ain't expecting them to score goals, so at least putting pressure on that backline is all we probably want to need from him.
If you compare distance covered, travel stats between Ethan Zubak playing 90 minutes and Javier Hernandez playing 90 minutes, I would imagine Zubak did way more running.
Hey, Tuck.
But Zubak's, it's different.
I need to interrupt for 1 second.
Please.
Because Tracer on Facebook is demanding that I break in and tell you that your mom is terrible.
My mom is terrible?
Yeah, that's all it says.
Oh my God. I honestly, when he said your mom, I was like, he's going to tell me some awful news right now. How does he know this? No, I love you, Tracer. I miss you, brother. I'm glad he's listening. It's nice. I haven't seen Tracer too long.
You should see the face. He was demanding I break in.
Oh,
I'll show you.
Oh no, I know Tracer.
Oh yeah, that sounds like him. Yeah.
All you had to say was Tracer said.
Tracer demanded, and then like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like 5 times, right? Like all in a row.
This is the dude. This is the guy who was going to sponsor the show, just so he could say he sponsored the show, as the sole reason.
I mean, he still can technically.
Hey, Ben, let him know.
Tracer, you want to sponsor the show?
There you go.
He has my number.
Ben's gonna insult you in some way. We're gonna lose your sponsorship.
Eventually.
No, I'll make fun of a poor condition or something like that.
He wouldn't care.
Nah.
Yeah, he won't.
Tracer's all about doing that hard work yourself, pulling yourself up by your bootstraps.
Get shit done.
That's it, man.
All right, let's get into score predictions. Ben, I think since you're still last place.
Do you want the odds first, Ed?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Always.
I think it's on the rundown even.
Yeah, well, these are the MLS odds. I don't know if they're different from.
That's him giving you some of your fucking bullshit. He was like, "It's on the rundown. Did you not see it?"
From your betting site. I don't know if it's different from this one.
Actually, it is a little different. The Galaxy opened up with the odds that you have on our rundown, which are the Galaxy at a -125, Colorado to +280, and the Galaxy have become further underdogs, which are further favorites. They are now -139, which means money's coming in on the Galaxy. the predicted score. Vegas has a predicted.
Well, does it make sense since Colorado just lost 4-1 tonight?
Yeah, kind of. But I mean, the money moves probably. The money probably came in more. Yeah, no.
We know it's outdated.
No, the money generally comes in right after the odds come out, and then it'll move the line a little bit, and then it'll readjust. So the only way that it would really change tonight was if Colorado had a major injury or something like that.
Or got their ass whooped. Get their ass beat.
The predicted score is actually 1.6 to 1.7 in favor of Colorado. But I think that's off.
Yeah, it seems kind of off.
Yeah, someone messed up somewhere. But so as usual, I'm gonna kind of stick to what Vegas has to say. I'm gonna say the Galaxy win 2-1. I agree with Tucker. I think that it's not going to be as pretty of a game as it should be.
You should stop sticking with Vegas. You have 1 point.
I know. I should.
Man, be your own man. It doesn't work. Be your own man.
You know what?
Comeback's got to start somewhere. So I'm going.
But why would you use the exact same tactics on your comeback? It's not working. The reason those tactics are the reason you need a comeback.
It's got to work eventually.
I don't know, man.
You were saying the same thing about GBS. MLS is back.
No, I said fire that fucking guy. I am logically consistent.
I'm just saying.
The tactics aren't working, Ben.
Bixby on the YouTube chat says it's because Ben is looking at old odds.
Yeah, this is Colorado from
outdated.
Yes. So
Pablo Mastroeni.
I'm gonna say Pablo. Yeah, was it last year or the year before that Colorado got the new coach bump twice when they played us?
Oh yeah, because they fired their dude.
Yeah, they fired their dude, and then they got the new coach bump, and then they hired Robin Fraser. Was it Robin Fraser? I think right before they played us again.
I don't remember.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like they got the new coach.
I do
bump
remember
twice.
Giving a team the coach bump twice. It's Colorado. Huh?
Yeah.
What's your prediction?
So I'm gonna go 2-1 Galaxy.
2-1.
You know what? I don't want to say it's a must-win because obviously, I mean, it's not. But this game will show us a lot. If the Galaxy fall flat against a crappy Colorado team, and realistically they should dominate. Realistically, it should be 3-4, 4-1. But I'll say 2-1, and I'm gonna go with Pavone for both.
Pavone at the double.
Yes.
Good shout.
Support that.
Tucker.
Yes, sir.
What is your prediction, sir?
Well, number one, I'm going to say we maintain the clean sheet streak just because I want to infuriate a couple people. So I'm going to say 2-0 Galaxy.
Tan for Bingham, right?
Tan for Bingham, bro. Hashtag extension for Bingham. I'm joking. I am fucking joking. Although he's not, he's next in line to get 100 starts. He's your next on the list. I think Leggett got 100.
He just got it, yeah.
Yeah, in this game or the week before.
It was the
week before
San Jose game. No,
the San Jose game. Okay. Yeah, I think Bingham. It's Bingham and Jonathan are the next in line to get 100 starts. But I will take 2-0. I will say Zubac.
Oh, you're wrong already.
Hang on. It might get. Hold on, Ben. Don't write that yet. I'm gonna say. Oh my God, he's got to score another one, right?
Go with Zubac.
Nah, I don't know, man. He's
Who's your bay?
Yeah, I don't know. Augustine Williams, and Cameron Dunbar. My bay's getting a little darker. My bays are going. We're going back to the Tristan Bowen days, Israel Cisse days. I will take 2-0. Pavone. No, I'll take 2-0. Leggett.
No.
Oh, you know what? The most important. No. Here's the best. My number two has never changed. My number two has stayed the exact same. I'm going to take Leggett and Chicha.
Okay.
Chicha.
Yeah, that's all right.
Let's do it, Benny.
Put a couple more A's on there. There you go. Yeah. Man, I don't want to be the odd man out and call something because I know if at least I call a win, I'll still stick with you guys a little bit.
You should call a loss, Ed. You got to be different.
No, I don't got to be anything.
Dude, you do what Vegas tells you to do.
Hey, man.
I'm going to go a little bit more. I'm going to say it is a little more goal heavy. I'm going to go 3-2 G's.
3-2?
3-2. G's win.
Why, you expecting to Depew not to play? You think they're going to score twice? If Depew plays? Come on, man.
San Jose scored 2 against us like 2 weeks ago.
Hey. They're not Colorado.
They're
just saying,
probably on the same level.
I'm trying to help you out here. Trying to help you out, Ed. That's all I'm doing.
No, I'm good. I'll take 3-2.
Trying to help you out.
Listen to what Vegas is telling Ben to
Listen
do.
to what the guy who has 1 point compared to the guy who has 10. But, whatever.
The guy who's won this game in the past.
Ben's
won
trusting
a
the
season
process.
long. The guy who has won this game in the past. Ed, have you won this game in the past? Tuck, you won this game in the past,
I won
right?
this game.
Yeah, I won this game. Ed, have
Wait,
you
I
won?
thought you did win.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he actually won? Oh, you're
He beat me like the last week or something like that.
I won, yeah.
Yeah, I've won.
Pretty easy,
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. But Ed, you're in first place now.
I'm going to go 3-2. I just, that
Trust
number,
your gut.
it pops into my head.
Who's your 3?
I'm going to go...
Chicha hat trick. Do it. Do it, Ed. Do it, Ed. Ed.
No
Do it.
fucking way.
Say it. Say Chicha hat trick.
Would your best friend let you down like that?
Say yes,
He's-
I would. Ed, look at me. Ed, look at me. I am fucking this up for you.
Chicha hat trick.
Say Chicha hat trick.
I'm going
Chicha hat
to
trick.
do...
Come on, Ed. Chicha.
I'm going to do Zubac hat trick.
Oh yeah!
No way. No way.
Way better.
I'm going to do Pavone, I'm going to do Leggett, and I'll do Chicha for the third.
Pavone legit, and Chicha. That's not bad. That's a good day at the office. That is a good day at the office.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
I think we do beat Colorado. I don't think we draw or lose against them. It's time.
I would imagine. It's time. It's well past time.
Yeah. All right.
So, hey, if we do lose, do the GBS out?
No.
People come back out?
Nah.
Probably a little bit.
If they're smart, hopefully not.
Yeah. I wouldn't tell them to start tweeting that out or posting that, but it's definitely you're definitely gonna see it for sure.
This is how I should phrase it. Phase 2 might not be treated as experimental by the Galaxy, but it should. This is the time to work these kinks out. This is the time to figure out how best to utilize Yanni Gonzalez when he gets here. This is the time to determine, whether Hernandez is fully match fit or how much time he needs. These are the 3 games I'm willing to burn, basically. I'm going to say that ahead of time. These are the 3 games I'm willing to burn going into phase 3 and going into when shit's likely going to get real quickly.
Yeah.
And we need to be ready quickly. If I got to burn 3 games to get there, I'm okay with that. Benjamin.
All right, moving on.
Say Chicha Hedrick. Just say it for me one time. Just say it.
I'll start saying it when he starts.
I'll turn the lights down. Just say it one time.
Are we gonna do this? Oh, welcome back.
I gotta turn the light on, man. You grabbed your microphone by the base, and you're grabbing it by the balls. Look at him. He's grabbing.
That's how you. That's
Don't
how
move.
you
I'm gonna take a
show
picture.
love.
Don't move. I'm gonna take a picture.
This is how you show love.
Yeah,
It got
I
serious
know it is.
real quick. It got serious real quick.
You
It did.
just gently.
Yeah, don't squeeze.
No,
Yeah,
a little bit.
A
little bit pinch.
Yeah.
Little pinch.
Little pinch. Well, there's a title. A little pinch. Yeah, a little New York on that. I like that.
Anyways, we're gonna move on. We're playing a little game.
Oh yeah.
A little game called Know Your History.
It's on the rundown, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, if you had the music queued up, that would have been.
It's on the Ben. It's on the
Ben,
rundown.
it's on the rundown.
Ben, it's on the rundown.
Are we still making a phone call, Tuck?
Well, yeah. Well, I believe so. I gave you the number. You didn't text us, dude.
No, dude. I just figured that.
Oh my god. No bullshit. He's been looking at microphones as if we're not talking into microphones.
Hey,
In
man.
lieu of texting him to be like, "Yo, you ready?" It's gonna be like, I got a rundown and it's next. So let me text you. Let me text you now to be like, "Yo, man, you ready?" It's gonna be a couple minutes. Like, they're at the end. What's before this on the rundown? Score predictions. When we got to you, why didn't he go? Let me text this dude. Let me text this dude to find out.
Because he's so enthralled. He wants to. He's a good listener.
Oh my god.
He wants to just listen in and make sure we're doing our jobs of predicting whatever we're predicting.
Ben is legitimately one of my favorite human beings.
I'd love Ben.
Okay, you sound like you were going to say something else. You were going to be like, I love Ben. I just hate or I love Ben, but god damn it, he pisses me off. You were just like, I love Ben.
I was communicating with you through my eyes.
I love Ben.
And then just.
No one saw that.
It's fine.
Yeah, I got it.
This is a podcast for me and you, Chris.
Well, let me
This isn't a podcast for everyone else.
if everything works out the way it's supposed to, we're supposed to be calling our good buddy.
Yeah, and there's that may not work out. We may not be able to make a phone call. I'm working on that.
Okay. So
We've been doing the show for 4 years now. Of those 4 years,
we were going to call the exact same person 7 days ago. He never does it between now. It's 7 days ago.
7 days ago it would have worked, but we went like 3 hours.
Hey, man. Andrew is here.
Yes.
Marvel episodes. You know this.
oh, yo, Atlanta Dan's on the YouTube right now.
Guan Guan.
Guan Guan, sir.
He says he is ready. He is waiting on you.
All right.
Ben
a
says
second.
he needs 4 minutes. Does that seem like too much?
Seems like too
Yeah,
much.
hopefully it'll be just a second.
We should just have dead air for the next 4 minutes until Ben gets it.
And just stare at him.
Yeah, just
Stare at him.
He's sweating. Well, let's narrate him trying to figure this out.
Well, I just see the back of his bald head. I can't see what he's doing.
He goes straight to an insult. You didn't even build up to it.
Oh,
Watching you discover that was well done, Benjamin.
good job, sir.
He's like, I've got the master computer.
He's got the power.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else.
Yeah, I mean, you could have probably played my recording, and then Ben would have got done with it.
Oh my god, man, this shit would still be going on. It was like 25 minutes long, man.
Look, if only we had a producer who would play things before the show.
Was
and get
that
them
one
ready.
take?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, no, I recorded. Yeah, no, it was all one take.
It would have to be.
I think I messed up on one part, and then I just re-recorded. But
All right.
Okay.
We're up.
Are we ready? Oh shit.
Dave, you there?
I'm here.
yo, what's up,
Hey.
sir?
Can the people in the YouTube confirm they can hear our good buddy Dave? Whenever
We'll
you
go.
guys get
It's
to
gonna
say.
take
Here I am.
like 20 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, there's that delay.
We can say hi to Dave anyway.
Yeah, what's up, sir?
Well, I can tell you that I haven't gotten much sleep because I was still waiting on that phone call from 7 days ago.
Man, you've been up
I've been
since
staying
then?
awake just to keep from missing the text.
We are good in the YouTube.
Well, I
sir.
hope you can get some Z's after this, sir.
You play the music, Benjamin? I don't know if it'll work.
And I'm glad this is finally going to get off my shoulders.
Yeah, I know it's probably been difficult for you and the family, and we're finally gonna get you playing the game.
So let's shout him out. We got our good buddy. How do you pronounce your last name? Or do you want to say your last name? You want to say
Yeah, no, David Orona.
David Arona? Okay, I thought that was it. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. I'm woke. I don't want to be disrespectful of your culture, sir.
I don't think Chris rolled that R enough though, but we'll let it go.
I didn't even say it.
That's fine.
That's why, because I know I don't possess that ability. I can't do that.
You could if you tried.
I shouldn't try. It's not going to work for me. So, Dave,
Yo,
you're Dave Arona. Are you Dave Arona from LA Is Our House?
I am.
Oh my God.
The one and same. The one and very same. There's not many of us out there.
Oh, we're so glad to have you, sir. Appreciate you. Shout out your show, sir. LA Is Our House. Let the people know.
So, if you guys don't know, we're part of the wonderful family of LA Galaxy independent content creators. If you want to call what we do on our show content, we sit around and we bullshit about the galaxy and other things. Not as well as our good friends here on Riot Squadcast, but we try.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
we record on Tuesday nights, so if you guys catch us, we're on YouTube. I'm sorry, not on YouTube. We're on iTunes and Spotify and SoundCloud.
Fuck yeah.
Awesome.
I love it. Let's keep it going. So if you're brand new to the show or you dropped in relatively recently, we haven't had a chance to play yet. We're gonna play a little game called Know Your History. We do a 3-round trivia with our fine esteemed gentleman here and our good buddy Dave on the phone. We do a 3-round trivia. Each question, each round has a point system. Nope, sorry. We have 3 rounds. Each round, yeah, no, it was good. Each round has a point system. You can get 3 points, 2 points, or 1 point, depending on when you answer the question and based on how many clues you have. We're going to try to change it, try to tweak it, make it a little more. My wife, she keeps getting on me about making it so it's more enjoyable for you guys. So I'm going to start changing it every week when we do play. We're going to have 2 relatively gettable, we'll say, people that you should be embarrassed if you don't get it. Relatively gettable Galaxy players.
At least he makes us feel better if we don't get
I mean,
it right.
I'm embarrassed all the time.
I'm doing my
anyways.
best. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to make it fun. 2 relatively gettable Galaxy players and then one, we'll say more advanced. So if you're a little more, not bragging, if you're a little more my level of obsessive compulsive disorder,
someone who's made a list of players and their birthdays and their stats.
G2 players
when they're
and their
born.
birthdays.
I have not. Well, I don't have all the birthdays yet. And look, Lawrence Lozano deserves to be remembered. Okay, I stand for Craig Weibel's 6 games playing for the Galaxy that nobody really remembers. You were saying?
I remember Craig Weibel.
Yeah,
Chris, have you discovered pivot tables with Excel yet? Like, because you can start linking all these different Excel sheets you have together and just merge them all so that they all kind of feed into one big giant database.
So
don't give him ideas. What are you doing, Dave?
That's
Dave, you're killing us over here, man.
Dave, I can say that I'm slowly working on a project that is a little bit larger than that. But I haven't heard of Excel. What are they called? Pivot tables? What?
Pivot table one.
Pivot
tables, yeah.
I haven't heard of Excel pivot tables, but I'm working on a sizable database on the side. A little bit. It's a little bit. I got something in the works, sir.
It's a side database.
Yeah, it's
not a main database. It's a side database.
Only calls on the weekends sometimes when he's alone.
You don't take him to see your family.
No. When he's drunk and he needs it, that's when he calls it.
That's what you're going to school for, right? To learn like Oracle database creation and all that.
Yeah, well, I'm
just for this project.
I'm working on some cloud stuff for school, but it actually is something I learned from a computer class, kind of on my road to where I'm at. So I'm just using some knowledge I picked up and practicing at it. It's just a little something. It's for the future. It's for the babies. It's for the babies. But we're gonna try to make this 2 gettable, 1 more advanced. The more advanced one is educational. So there's a lot of Galaxy fans who weren't around, or the Galaxy certainly doesn't make it easy for you to learn about a lot of our past accolades outside of a couple people. So one that's still gettable for you guys. I'm not picking people out of the woods, but a little more difficult. Take a little extra work. If your mind's in the right space, you may be able to grab it.
So we're gonna have 2 3 points and then 1 4 point.
So the 4 points are going to alternate week to week. So the 4 points more of a judge's decision.
I just
every now and again.
Just thought I'd be upfront with like how many points are available. Like, are we 4 points this week? Or are we only like 3 each?
We are,
because I don't want Ed looking at like some shared freaking document that's
we have at least
4 points.
We have at least 1 4-point question.
Okay.
On our shared documents, but whatever.
we have exactly one 4-point question.
All
so
right.
the 4-point questions are going to alternate every now and again. There's going to be one of the players will have a 4-point question. They'll give you an opportunity to get back in it if you're down late. 4-point question may not come on the last person. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. So
just like Ed.
Yes. Do you come on the last person, first person, or somewhere near the middle?
Sometimes I just come when I have to. It's just.
Just come where you're at.
Look.
Come as you are.
It's a race, not a marathon.
So, gentlemen, if you're ready, you get a chance to shout out your name once on each clue.
And Dave, you're on the honor system, no computers.
Yep, nope. There are no computers in front of me other than my phone.
You don't need one. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
so just shout out your name, and it'll be my ear. So, let's have some fun.
Let's do it.
All right. So definitely not going to read the player's name first.
Yeah, don't do that.
Got that one figured out.
Yeah.
For 3 points. For 3 points, born March 30th, 1981, I have played with Frankie Hayduk, Stuart Holden, and Andreas Herzog. Bum, bum. I love this song.
Ben. Todd Donovan.
Incorrect. Ben is eliminated for this round. Eliminated.
You want to read it one more time?
Yes. Born, genuinely almost said the dude's name again. I'm just going to scroll up on that. Born March 30th in 1981, I have played with Frankie Hayduk, Stuart Holden, and Andreas Herzog. The first 2 of the players that they played with will always be at a different club than the Galaxy, or it'll be stated. And then the last one is a Galaxy player they played with on the specific year they were with the Galaxy. I gotta write out the rules.
Yeah. I mean, I'll pass it to Dave. If you
pass.
Yeah.
Dave,
you got a guess?
No, I don't. Not a Galaxy player. I mean, the only thing I'm thinking here is somebody who would have gone to Houston. I can't think of who that might be.
You are welcome to pass, sir.
Pass.
Okay. So for 2 points, wearing number 27, I scored 4 goals and registered 2 assists in my 40 appearances between the 2004 and 2006 seasons. This is the hard one.
Read it one more time.
Wearing number 27, I scored 4 goals and registered 2 assists in my 40 appearances between the 2004 and 2006 season. These are league stats.
Oof.
Also, those aren't necessarily on the Galaxy.
This is for the Galaxy.
Okay.
Yeah, these are only their Galaxy stats.
Okay.
These are the only stats I care about.
I know. Why am I asking?
I can tell everyone in the YouTube you're all incorrect.
Oh, man.
I'm going to take a super shot in the dark. So,
Dave.
Paulo Nakamura.
Incorrect. Ooh,
That's a good one.
That's a very good one.
Yeah.
I think he wore 26.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I was like, I think he was 26, but I couldn't be sure.
Gentlemen.
I have a player in my head, but it's wrong.
Paulo Nagamura were 17 and 28.
Yeah, I'll defer to Ben again.
There is a correct answer in the YouTube.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Ben's disqualified for this round, right?
No, he's not looking at anything.
Okay.
Oh, you are disqualified. I thought he said Ben is disqualified.
I thought I heard Ben too.
I know you got nothing, Ed?
No, I can't think of it.
You're more than welcome to move on.
I passed already.
You passed? Oh, take a shot, Ben. You're a free shot.
Nah, see, I'm trying to think of like in that time period, but I mean, I want to say Chris Albright, but I think he wore number 2.
Is Chris Albright your final answer?
Yeah, we'll just say Albright.
It's
Yeah.
incorrect. And for 1 point, I and Mubarak Chisoni are the only Zimbabwean players in Galaxy history.
Oh, fuck.
Ed.
Oh, damn it.
Nguyen.
Yeah.
Joseph Nguyen. Well done.
Yeah.
1 point on the board for
Joseph
Edward,
Nguyen.
sir. Good job. I used that for the Mubarak Chisoni question. I used the exact same wording. I just replaced the player. Because there's the only 2. So there, if you didn't know.
I'm never going to remember that name you just said, by the way.
Joseph Nguyen?
No, the other
Mubarak Chisoni?
I'll never
Tony.
See? Fuck it. Look, guys, for people scared to call in, it's so easy to beat these 2.
It's so easy.
But yeah, so for the more difficult player that we do this week, Joseph Nguyen is one of only 2 Zimbabwean players the Galaxy ever had, himself and Mubarak Chisoni. Played on the Galaxy between 2004 and 2006. We had a guy on our message boards back in the day who had the name We Need Nguyen. And
he got traded off by with the massive like
the Yallop the Yallop Exodus.
Yeah.
There's another name. It's ringing out easy this week. Ready, gentlemen?
Yes.
Dave, you ready?
Yep. Yeah, I'm ready.
Born March 26th, 1990 in Mexico City, I have played with Eric Bali, Xavi, and Jack McInerney.
Ben.
Can you repeat the year?
Oh, hang on. Sir.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ben.
Gio?
Incorrect. Born on March 26th, 1990 in Mexico City, Mexico, I have played with Eric Bali, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Xavi, and Jack McInerney. For 3 points. Dave, how you feeling?
Did Ben answer? I didn't hear
He did.
whether or
was
not he
incorrect.
answered.
He answered
He did.
Gio.
Okay.
Gio.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Give that. That was going to be my guess, as a matter of fact.
I'm gonna have to give you guys like 10 seconds. Beep. Beep.
yeah. John, Ed.
No, pass. Yeah.
Ed.
Jonathan.
Of course, for 2 points, Jonathan Dos Santos.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you two? Jack McInerney from born in Mexico City, and it's not Gio?
Yeah.
Was that 2 or 3 points?
That was 2. Or no, that was
3
3
points, yeah.
That was 3. Oh, well, that worked
Yeah.
out really well.
No, 3 points. Yeah.
I am the 9th number 8 in Galaxy history, and joining in 2017, my brother and I formed the first sibling designated player pairing in MLS history.
Nice.
More you know.
Yeah, no, yeah. I figured it was that as soon as I was wrong with Gio.
So Ed's at 4?
Ed's at 4.
Oh, this worked out beautifully.
So Ed wins.
For 4 points.
Oh, is this 4 points?
That's
For
4
4 points, gentlemen. You know,
Hold on. Can I go look at a shared document like Ed did last time?
it's not on there.
In our shared
It'll
document.
never be on there again. For 4 points. You ready, Dave?
Yep.
For 4 points. Born in 1992 in Indianapolis. Indianapolis? Am I pronouncing that right? Indianapolis?
No one cares.
In Indianapolis, Indiana. I am technically only 7 years old.
Didn't we do this one before?
You should have a 4-point answer then.
Ben, is it Perry Kitchen?
For 4 points, Benjamin. Perry Kitchen. Did we do this before?
I think we did.
Oh, that's upsetting. Oh, well, whatever. I don't have any more. It's terrible.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Dave, thanks for calling in, man.
Well done, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
Man, I did.
Everyone
I did
won but you.
Exactly how I figured I was going to do. So
I'm proud of you, sir.
That's good.
Let people know where they can find your show, sir.
So we are LA is our house. You can find us on Twitter at LA is our house. You can find us on Instagram at LA_is_our_ you get it. And we're on, like I said, we're on iTunes, we're on SoundCloud, we're on Spotify as LA is our house. We have a website, LAisourhouse.com. If you haven't already, go check out the website that One Two Threads put together. They kind of collected all of the people who are doing independent merchandising and doing all of the content. And if they miss anybody, please hit them up because they will throw them all together on their website as well. And guys, thanks for having me on. Yeah, now I can go sleep.
Thank you, Dave. We appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you,
We
brother.
appreciate it, Dave. Thanks, man.
Get some rest.
All right, see you guys.
See.
All right. Lightning round? Should we do some lightning round?
I'm in. Let's do it.
Let's do a
Let's
lightning
knock it
round,
out quick, Ben.
Let's do it.
Those features. Feature segue one to the next. I like it. Pew, 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 pew,
Pew,
pew.
Nick the Pew.
That was with feeling too, Ed. That was nice.
Yeah, you know what? Shout out to my boy.
So lightning round will be quick because we actually did touch on a lot of these, or most of them already, actually. So we're going to start with Dan. Dog Tag Dan. He wants to call in, so no, you can't call in, Dan. So I'll let you know.
Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. Let's see. Madam Serrano wants to know G's trading up for number 1 spot, allocation spot. Who are they going to get? We already talked about that.
Rumors, Yedlin, yeah.
Yeah.
There's also that kid from the Red Bulls.
Oh, yeah, the center back.
Tim Reed?
Remember it. No,
I'll look it up. You guys can continue.
I don't remember where he's at. You just keep
Okay.
going.
Anyways, the other one was let's see. Art from Lars wants to know what G2 player you'd bring up based on performance. We did talk about that.
Augie Williams,
Yeah.
Mauricio Cuevas. Most of those kids are undersized, so most of those kids are still going to need to develop. There's a couple years off for a few of them.
And
I'd
then
love to see Jalen Neal. It's a 16-year-old center back we have. I'd love to see him progress all the way through, but that's a couple years off.
So Uncle Dishwasher wants you to give a grade for Zubac for the past 6 games.
Is this C plus? He's fine. He's fine. If he was as good as I wish he would score a little more. I think everybody would wish he would score a little more, but it's hard to sign a placeholder when you've just spent $6.5 million on Javier Hernandez, Chicharito. Any guy you bring in knows he's coming to sit. Like Zubac is willing to sit to presumably compete for that spot in 3 years.
And how many of you thought Zubac was going to light it up and like score a bunch of goals? And
if you've watched him at the USL, you would know that wasn't going to be the case.
yeah, it wasn't.
It's harder. It's faster. The defenders are smarter.
The job that they're asking him to do is run and run, put pressure on the ball when we don't have it. That's what he's asking him, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah, that's the job he's doing.
I'll tell you, I love Augie Williams. If Augie Williams got called up, he would have way less time on the ball. It's just the way the game works. It's faster. Zubac is allowing and helping Leggett have the time and the space he needs. You don't want to be upset at Zubac. You want to be upset at the Galaxy administration somehow going into a 3rd year without a backup forward, with an aging vet who has a history of injuries. That's who you want to be upset at.
Albert Diaz wants to know if you think Chicharito will see out his entire contract.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Look, the Galaxy likes success. They like the perception of things working out. Look how quickly Gio went to not being mentioned. He was the fucking dude for years.
I mean, even like still every now and then you'll still see some shit
For years, but now it's like he's never born. They're going to give this this is the way you should look at it. They're going to give him every opportunity to succeed. And hopefully they can figure that out. And part of that's going to take load management. So getting someone in that can play regularly in his position who, the attack doesn't die when it gets to them. Load managing him is going to be a part of it, but they're going to do everything in their power to make him as successful as possible. And a huge chunk of that is allowing him to play all 3 of those years.
And Trevor B wants to know who's worse, Smitty the Aryan High School groundskeeper or the San Jose field crew?
Was that the Aryan?
Yeah.
Smitty the Aryan? Like as a white supremacist groundskeeper? I got to go with the San Jose guy, man. What do you want me to... I believe you. I got to go with the San Jose. Whoever. I mean, look, I assume they did the best job they could with the tools they had. It just, I don't know how you consider that to be good enough. If Hernandez got hurt on that field, oh my Lord, everyone would be up in arms. Everybody would lose their mind.
Oh yeah.
What you should be thinking of is, why the fuck was he on that field to begin with? He was good. He was the only you want it down. We played the exact same when Hernandez was on versus when Zubac was on. I don't blame Hernandez for anything. He's taking his time. But we played the exact same. It didn't look any different.
So they're correcting Ben. It's Arlen High School, not Aryan.
That's what was tight, man.
I'm gonna pull it up right.
Pull it up.
We're ending on this. I'm
Let's
gonna pull
make
it up
sure.
right
Let's
now and
make
see
sure.
whether Ben's wrong.
I know.
He's gonna delete that shit. I could be wrong. Hang on.
It's from King of the Hill.
He's gonna
Smitty from the
Arlen High School, yeah.
Does it say Arlen High School?
Yeah.
Who's worse? Arlen. Yep. Arlen High School groundskeeper.
Oh, Benjamin.
Can we name the episode Aryan High School?
No, that is not how that is.
Smitty the it's got to be Smitty. We have to name this episode Smitty the Aryan High School groundskeeper.
Like Smitty isn't he the Simpsons groundskeeper too? Like
that's Willie.
Yeah,
Willie,
groundskeeper Willie.
This episode has to get titled Smitty.
No.
Hey, you guys know, people listening to this, you guys know. What?
Yeah, I'm down.
You guys know if this episode is not titled that, it's because fucking Ed changed it. Because the name of this episode has to be Smitty the Aryan High School groundskeeper.
and Ed will have to go in and change it because I'm the one that posted. So.
That's fine.
I'm telling you, if you guys download this shit and it doesn't say that, Ed fucking bitched out.
You know, bitching out.
Ed that's bitching out.
You know that Ed's not.
We have an episode named Jamaican Hitler.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is Smitty's not lower on the totem pole than Hitler.
Ed is
the Jamaican one.
Ed.
Why are you doing that hand gesture, Ben?
Bum, bum, bum. That's when it should. That's the moment. That's. I got to be producer for a day. I fucking got this shit down. You just got to teach me all the buttons.
It's just buttons, bro.
Just buttons.
Just buttons.
Smitty.
Yeah.
The Aryan High School groundskeeper.
Hey, man.
I don't even understand what's wrong with that name.
Fine. Anyway, is that it?
That's it, man. We only had 6.
Ed's mad.
No, I'm not. Jesus. All right.
Unless something else came in during the show.
Probably. Thank you, guys. Benjamin, you want to play the outro as we get out of here?
We're actually going to get out of here?
What a shit show this ending was.
Nah, this was great. What are you talking about?
Great. Talking about Aryans.
Tim Parker was that guy's name.
Tim Parker.
Would
you take him over yet then?
As a center back?
You probably
I rate Araujo higher than I rate Depew.
You probably push out Depew.
Yeah, I rate Araujo, but I think you could bench Depew for someone who's better than him, and he would still be there to fight for a spot because realistically, if he trains well enough and is good enough, eventually he can unseat Steris.
Bixby's calling out Ben, saying Ben don't read the Twitter questions.
No, I'm actually just pulled the Twitter questions up because I knew he didn't read it. You were going to defend yourself.
No, I didn't read the Twitter questions.
I love it. Bixby asked if Chicha is spelled with 7 A's or 13 A's. The correct answer, Bixby, is yes.
Yeah.
Chicha is spelled however you spell it in your
Chicha is
heart.
a state of mind.
It's a way of being. It's a way
of life.
It's a philosophy and an understanding between you and Chicha. Oh, Chicha.
It's WWCD. What would Chicha do?
We gotta get. How much time we got left? We gotta get out of here. Got like a minute.
You got about a minute. Yeah.
All right. Well,
You guys know our socials by now.
thanks for
They
coming.
know
guys.
it, yeah.
Follow
for
us.
coming.
Share it. We
Yeah.
love you guys. Thank you guys.
Do all that shit.
You know what to do.
Any more on the Twitter, Top?
So we had someone, dishwasher, elaborated on Zubac and and our expectation of him. I agree. I think Twitter has been a little. Look, so he goes, do you think Twitter's been a little harsh? Yes, but if you look at GBS and you look at Legit, clearly cyberbullying works. I'm not directing you. I'm just saying.
Well, isn't that what Twitter's there for?
Twitter's a disgusting
No,
place.
yeah.
Everyone should cancel their Twitter. It's awful. And don't bully Zubac. He's a fine kid. Again, if you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at the fact that we're in our 4th transfer window and there still isn't a backup. There's still in a backup forward you would feel comfortable with. So Zubac's doing all right. He's doing his job.
He's doing what at the best of his ability. That's all. What more can you ask for?
What more could you ask it, sir? Nice to see you, Edward.
Nice to see you. We'll talk to you guys later next week. Bye.
Oh, I'm off next week. I won't be here.
We'll
Erica's
be here
birthday.
next
Love you,
week.
boo. Happy birthday.
Bye, boo.
Cuckoo.
Fuck you, Brian. Suck a dick, bitch.